Hi, my name's Kyle and I just completed a really long bike tour, so I thought now would be a good time to explain how I packed light for a bike tour. Here's my bike. This is a Felt VR30 and it is an aluminum road bike marketed as a bike for everywhere. Like VR stands for variable road, gravel, dirt, rough roads, whatever. It's an endurance bike, great option for a bike tour because it is very durable. First of all, you definitely want to pack light for a bike tour because every single pound that you put on your bike is a pound that you're going to need to haul up some hill eventually. Traditional bike touring setup would probably come with a rack and panniers either on the front and the back, but there are a lot of different options now, and a lot of that came from the bike packing world. One of the best things about bike packing bags is the seat pack. The seat pack is a lot smaller and lighter than a rack system with panniers. The downside is you definitely can't pack as much. So if you go with a system like this where you have a bike packing setup, you can be lighter, but you are forced to carry less. Now I have used this setup for camping and staying in hotels. The trade-off is if you're camping, you have to pack your tent or whatever in here also, which means you have less room for clothes. But the tour I just completed happened in mid-May on the Blue Ridge Parkway through Virginia and North Carolina. And we planned on staying in hotels. So let's go over what I chose to pack and how I packed light for that kind of tour. First of all, this brand, Rock Bros, is a budget brand, is probably the best way to say it. And I've got to say, they're really good. For what you pay for, they're good. They are waterproof and they always do a good job. On the back of the seat pack, under these stretchy ties, are my sandals. Sandals are a good option for a bike tour because they're light and they take up very little room. And this is a good place as any to stick them because, they're waterproof because they're just sandals. Also on the back, in this little bag here, I brought a backpack. And I use this bag if I wanted to go to town or go pick something up from the store, or if I just needed an extra bag, I can have one. All right, let's break into the seat pack. In the very last part, the most accessible part, I kept the things I thought I might need quickly on the road. And that includes rain jacket. Or if I got cold, I would have a jacket right there available. Rain pants, shoe covers, again, for rain. Then we start getting into the warm stuff. Leg warmers. Behind that, a puffy jacket. And these are really great because the puffy jackets like compress to really small and they're really warm. In that same bag, I kept my cold weather gloves, a neck gaiter or a buff or whatever you want to call it, a pair of arm warmers right here. So I kind of kept all my cold stuff in here. So the rest of this stuff in here is going to be like from here to here is going to be stuff I don't really need to get to on the road. So that's going to be stuff that I'm going to use at the hotel or camp or whatever. Bathroom bag. And then I had an extra tube in there, and I'll get to this in a minute, but my normal repair kit I have one tube in, so this extra tube is like if things have gotten really bad. I also brought a water filter. There were some areas of the Blue Ridge Parkway that we thought we wouldn't have access to water, or that it would be hard to get water, and I brought a water filter just in case. It weighs almost nothing, and I just keep it in a just a little black zippy bag. Better safe than sorry. And then what is left, some extra food things that I had that I didn't need immediately that day. So like snacks, gels. Next is my frame bag, and let's go ahead and open that up. Inside, I kept on this tripod a camera. The camera is currently filming me right now, but this is a cool little tripod. I think I picked it up off Amazon. You can extend it. It's got a little tripod feet, but that lived in there so that I could get it any moment I wanted and have a good shot. A bike lock. Some people don't bring bike locks on road tours or bike packing tours or whatever. It's your whole life becomes your bike on a bike tour. You know, a small little lock like this can really prevent ruining your trip. And then my maintenance kit. So this maintenance kit includes lubricant, a multi-tool, a tube, a patch kit, which includes extra cleat bolts and washers for your cleats and your shoes, a valve core removal tool, some quick links for my chain, and some tube patches. All very valuable. I always bring a set of zip ties. Zip ties can be very valuable. They weigh next to nothing, easy to bring. The other side of this bag is a small, very thin compartment, and that's usually where I would stick gels and extra snacks or small things I picked up. In my top tube bag here, I usually have my GoPro and snacks that I was immediately eating or soon to be eating, and also a bottle of sunscreen. And on the front of this bike, I have 2 bags, and I just use these straps here. You can take the bag off, and it becomes a hip pack or fanny pack. In the small pocket in the front, I kept a small little booklet, and in this booklet, I kept batteries for my cameras and extra SD cards for my cameras. Also in this bag, food. Food usually lives in this bag. You know, when you're out on a bike tour, you stop at a cafe in the morning, you pick up a big muffin or a bagel or half a sandwich or something like that, or something like hydration tablets or a drink mix. It's good to have those kind of accessible. Or if I, just picked up anything that I wanted to keep or didn't want to like stuff away, I could stick it in this bag because it lived kind of right at the front. In this bar bag, they attach to your handlebars and they kind of roll up on the sides. The way that I packed mine, and this worked really well for me. Some people just stuff all your clothes in there, and you can do that. But for me, I like using one of these stuff sacks, and this is a waterproof stuff sack. Even though these bags are waterproof, and I've tested them in the rain, and they do work in the rain, like nothing is ever 100% waterproof. Like if you've been riding all day long in the rain, when you finally get to that hotel or campsite and you want to put on some warm clothes and get warm, it would be pretty awful to learn that all your clothes are also wet. Again, you're gonna have to put them in a bag anyway. Get a waterproof one. Types of clothes that I packed for this bike tour: a pair of swishy pants, very lightweight. Here's one set of bib shorts, second set of bib shorts, jersey number 1, jersey number 2, underlayer for the really hot days, 1 pair of wool socks, a second pair of wool socks, third pair of wool socks, and my cycling cap. My general philosophy when it comes to clothes is wash one, wear one. So that's 2 sets of regular street clothes and 2 sets of clothes for riding. I mentioned wash one, wear one, right? You don't want to keep your stinky, gross clothes in the same bag as your nice clothes. I usually use one of these hotel laundry bags, but a regular grocery bag would be fine. So there's like a t-shirt in there and that pair of shorts. Sandwiched between those 2 bags, this is like my electronics catch-all bag. So that would include all my charging blocks for my phone, for my cameras, for my headphones, anything like that you might need. So yeah, that's it. That's my whole bike. I forgot to mention a frame pump right here. One of these right here, very good. You definitely need to bring one of those. CO2, I wouldn't even bother bringing, because if you use it once and then what? But you can use this over and over. 2 water bottles was fine for me, at least for this bike trip. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all you need. There were only 2 things I didn't use on my bike tour: my rain pants and my water filter. And I would still bring those every time. Thank you for watching. I hope you get some use out of this video. There are a million ways to pack your bike for a bike tour, and this is just one of them. This is a great lightweight setup, but there are plenty. Pack your bike however you want to. This is how I did it. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks.